Hello everyone, welcome to Lal and Ness Academy. This is Abhinav Deep, Assistant Professor from MRVRGR Law College Vijayanagaram, currently pursuing PhD from Andhra University. So today's topic is Article 355 and the recent developments in the state of Manipur. So before starting the session, I would like to inform you that those who are interested for taking Junior Civil Judge Examination coaching for Andhra Pradesh Judicial Examination, so please contact us for online classes. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's start the session. Let's start the session. So today's topic is Article 355 of the Indian Constitution and the state recent developments in the state of Manipur. So before knowing what is Article 355, so let's see what's happened in the state of Manipur. So in the state of Manipur, you have a community called Meitei community. So this community is one of the majority of the population in the state of Manipur. So 10 years back, there is a recommendation from the committee that to provide scheduled tribe status to this community. However, before 10 years, due to the protests from the political parties and also from the people, this recommendation has been kept in hold. But however, recently, few people approached the state high court, that is Manipur State High Court, asking the High Court to direct the state government to implement this recommendation. So recently, the High Court of Manipur has given the direction and order saying that this recommendation has to be implemented and directed the state government to provide scheduled tribe status to the Meitei community. So since then, the unrest has been started in the state of Manipur because this community is the majority community in the state. Most of the population in the state belongs to Meitei community, though they are non-tribal people. They are not tribal in nature. But however, the High Court gave direction to implement the 10 years back recommendation, and since then, many tribal people are protesting against the recommendation by the High Court. Okay, so this is in brief regarding what's happening in the state of Manipur. And now let's get started. What is Article 355? So if you see the words in Article 355, so before saying that, if you see, there is a chapter 18 in the Indian Constitution, part 18, so which says about emergency provisions right from Article 352 of Indian Constitution to Article 360. We all know that Article 352 deals with proclamation of emergency, that is national emergency. Article 356 regarding the imposition of president's rule or constitutional emergency, and Article 360 that is financial emergency. So in these articles we have Article 355. However, this Article 355 is neither proclamation of national emergency nor 356 that is imposition of president's rule. So this is one of the different article which neither national emergency nor president rule. Okay, so let's see what is Article 355 is saying. So Article 355 is saying that it is the duty of center. So there is a duty on the center to protect the state, to protect the states from external aggression. Second, internal disturbances. So external aggression, internal disturbances, and breakdown of constitutional machinery. Breakdown of constitutional machinery. So these three are the grounds on which Article 355 can be imposed by center on the state. So if you see, this word is familiar for you in Article 356. So let's see what is the difference between Article 355 and Article 356. So Article 356. Okay, So if you see, Article 356 is nothing but imposition of president's rule in a state. So for Article 355, there are three grounds. First ground is external aggression, second internal disturbances, and third breakdown of constitutional machinery. But for Article 356, there is only one ground, that is breakdown of constitutional machinery. That is, when the state government is unable to run the government in accordance with the constitution, then the president rule can be imposed on the recommendation of governor or by either the president if he satisfies so. Okay, but whereas for imposition of Article 355, there are three grounds, that is external aggression, internal disturbances, and breakdown of constitutional machinery. So that means we can say that either on external aggression or on internal disturbances, center cannot recommend the president to impose president's rule. That means even for external aggression and internal disturbances, there can be no president rule. But for these two offenses and also for breakdown of constitutional machinery, you have Article 355, that is imposition of Article 355, which is quite different from Article 356, that is president's rule. In Article 356, there will be either suspension or dissolution of legislature, but whereas in Article 355 there is no such type of anything. So this is the basic difference between Article 355 and Article 356, that is imposition of president's rule. Okay, so here external aggression means it may be either war or any other aggression. For example, in a case called Sarvanand Sonowal case. So in this case, there is an influx of illegal migrants from Bangladesh, that is the then East Pakistan to India during the Bangladesh liberation movement. So at that time, a large number of influx of illegal migrants from Bangladesh to India. So in this case, the Supreme Court held that external aggression means not only war, but also an uncontrollable security situation can also be termed as external aggression. So by this we can say that a large scale illegal immigrants, influx of large scale illegal immigrants can also be termed as external aggression. So in this case also the center can impose Article 355 in a state. Another thing is internal disturbances, that is insurgency in a state or armed rebellion, etc. So on these grounds, this can be imposed. So here one thing you have to remember, that law and order, law and order. So generally the law and order is in the state list. If you see the legislative list, you have central list, state list, and concurrent list. So the law and order control will be in the hand of state government. So this is in the state list. But however, Article 355 empowers the center to aid the state in controlling the law and order when it is uncontrollable. So if you see under 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, okay, a new article in the Indian Constitution has been incorporated. That article is 257A. And by the same Amendment Act, entry number 2A has been added to list 1, that is central list. So we have central list, state list, and concurrent list. So by 42nd Constitution Amendment Act, 257A article was incorporated, and 2A in the list 1 also incorporated. So 257 says that even without the consent of state or even without the request of state, center can deploy central forces in any state, but only for when the situation is uncontrollable, when the law and order is uncontrollable, then only the center can impose their security forces, install their security forces in the state even without the consent of that state. Okay, 2A says that, so interestingly, this is one of the most important entry which has added. So 2A says that center can deploy central forces in a state only to aid the civil power, aid civil power. So here civil power means state police. So when the situation in a state is uncontrollable, when the law and order in a state is uncontrollable, then center can deploy central forces in that particular state to aid the state police to control and bring back the normalized situation in the state. So interestingly, This Article 257 has been repealed by 44th Constitutional Amendment Act. Now this is not in our Indian Constitution, but however Article 2A was retained and it is still part of Indian Constitution. So now we have Article 355, and with the help of entry 2A in the list 1. So by using these two, center can deploy central forces by imposing Article 355 in that particular state to control the law and order in that particular state. So by using this Article 355, recently the central government has deployed the central forces to control the protests and and other unrest in the state of Manipur. Okay, so this is today's article. I hope you enjoyed the session. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. Keep studying.